It all began with a phone call. A fresh-faced Volodymyr Zelenskyy, a former comedian who had just been elected president of Ukraine, received a congratulatory call from then-President Donald Trump. It was April 2019. Trump, never one to mince words, reportedly told Zelenskyy he had run a brilliant campaign. He praised Zelenskyy's victory. The U.S. Ukraine relationship seemed off to a good start. Little did they know, things were about to get a whole lot more complicated. Zelenskyy, a political novice, was eager for U.S. support. Ukraine was grappling with Russian aggression in its eastern regions. The U.S., a global superpower, seemed like a natural ally. Trump, known for his unpredictable foreign policy, initially appeared receptive to Zelenskyy's requests for assistance. But beneath the surface, a storm was brewing. A storm that would soon engulf both leaders in a political firestorm. This initial cordiality, however fleeting, would become a distant memory. The relationship between Trump and Zelenskyy would soon be defined by suspicion, pressure, and ultimately, a dramatic public falling out. The world watched as these two leaders, one a seasoned politician and the other a political newcomer, navigated a relationship fraught with international intrigue and personal ambition. The year was 2019. The month, July. The event, a phone call. Not just any phone call, mind you. This one involved a request from President Trump for Zelenskyy to investigate then-former Vice President Joe Biden and his son Hunter. Trump's request, which came as Ukraine was desperately seeking U.S. military aid, raised eyebrows. A whistleblower complaint soon followed, alleging a quid pro quo. The U.S. political landscape was thrown into turmoil. Democrats launched an impeachment inquiry into Trump's actions. They accused him of abusing his power for personal gain. Republicans, largely rallying behind their leader, argued that the call was perfect and that Trump had done nothing wrong. Zelenskyy, caught in the middle of this political tug-of-war, tried to downplay the incident. The impeachment inquiry cast a long shadow over the U.S. Ukraine relationship. It exposed the transactional nature of Trump's foreign policy approach. It also revealed Zelenskyy's vulnerability on the world stage, dependent on the whims of a powerful ally. The impeachment inquiry, though ultimately unsuccessful in removing Trump from office, left an indelible mark on both leaders and the relationship they were trying to navigate. Fast forward to 2022. The world watched in horror as Russia launched a full-scale invasion of Ukraine. Zelenskyy, once a comedian known for his satirical portrayal of a president, was thrust into the role of wartime leader. He rallied his people, inspiring the world with his defiance in the face of Russian aggression. Trump, no longer in office, initially praised Zelenskyy's bravery. However, as the war dragged on and the 2024 U.S. presidential election approached, Trump's tune began to shift. He wavered between praising Zelenskyy and criticizing his handling of the conflict. This unpredictability created a sense of unease in Kiev. Zelenskyy, walking a tightrope between securing international support and appeasing a powerful potential ally, found himself in an increasingly precarious position. Despite the tensions, the two leaders met in New York in September 2024. The meeting, held on the sidelines of the UN General Assembly, was an attempt to smooth over their differences. They agreed on the need to end the war, but offered no concrete solutions. Following Trump's re-election in 2024, Zelenskyy congratulated him, hoping for continued U.S. support in the face of Russian aggression. However, the future of their relationship remained uncertain, clouded by past grievances and diverging interests. The year 2025 marked a turning point in the Trump-Zelenskyy relationship. Tensions, simmering beneath the surface for years, finally boiled over. Public disagreements and behind-the-scenes clashes became the norm. Trump, now in his second term, seemed determined to assert his dominance on the world stage. Zelenskyy, battle-hardened and weary from the ongoing war, was no longer willing to back down from a fight. Trump, facing domestic pressure to end the war in Ukraine, ramped up his rhetoric. He blamed Zelenskyy for the conflict's continuation, accusing him of being beholden to globalist interests. Zelenskyy, for his part, publicly criticized Trump's attempts to broker a peace deal with Russia without Ukraine's involvement. The U.S.-Russia talks, held in Riyadh without a Ukrainian representative present, further inflamed tensions. Trump accused Zelenskyy of misusing U.S. funds, a claim vehemently denied by Kiev. The accusations, widely seen as an attempt to discredit Zelensky and undermine international support for Ukraine, further strained the relationship. The war of words escalated, playing out in press conferences, tweets, and diplomatic cables. This moment, right here, is pivotal. It's the kind of juncture that can redefine the course of history. We've seen the build-up, the tension, and now, we stand on the precipice of change. It's not just about politics, it's about the very fabric of our society. The decisions made now will echo for generations, so let's take a closer look at what's at stake and why this moment is so critical. The relationship between Trump and Zelensky was a complex one, shaped by both internal and external pressures. Within Ukraine, Zelensky faced significant challenges in navigating the political landscape, while Trump had his own domestic considerations. The infamous phone call between the two leaders brought their relationship into the international spotlight, raising questions about the intersection of foreign policy and personal interests. European nations played a crucial role in supporting Zelensky during his presidency. From economic aid to diplomatic backing, the European Union and individual countries stood by Ukraine in its time of need. This support was not just about solidarity, but also about maintaining stability in the region. The commitment of European allies was instrumental in bolstering Zelensky's efforts to implement reforms and combat corruption. The showdown between Trump and Zelensky had far-reaching international implications. It highlighted the fragile nature of global alliances and the potential for domestic politics to influence international relations. Countries around the world watched closely, understanding that the outcome could set precedents for future diplomatic interactions. The incident underscored the importance of transparency and integrity in the conduct of foreign affairs. As we look to the future, the dynamics of power and diplomacy continue to evolve. The Trump-Zelensky episode serves as a reminder of the complexities inherent in international relations. Moving forward, leaders must navigate these complexities with a keen awareness of both the opportunities and pitfalls that lie ahead. The lessons learned from this period will undoubtedly shape the strategies and decisions of future policymakers.